Hey guys, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Um, Even the kids that aren't yours biologically, fur babies, tag-alongs, adoptions, kids that came over and never left, all of them. I just want to make a video here about sitting here by myself today on Father's Day, and it's really quiet in the house. It's real quiet, and for the last 11 years, I guess, a lot of times I thought, dang, I wish I could get some quiet time, Now I got it. It's kind of eerie, But I've got a lot done. I've got some good things done and some self-reflection. And I'll tell you a little story real quick. So back in, I don't know, let's say it was about 2005. 2005, my addiction was kind of coming to a head. And I was addicted to a lot of things, mostly like alcohol, heroin, and methamphetamines. IV drugs was the thing at that point. When I got to that, I didn't want to do anything else. There was a point where I was living in this one room shack. It's kind of like a one room efficiency that my parents actually paid for me to live in, because they knew I was so sorry that I would just be homeless again. And I was homeless quite a bit. And I learned how to function out there on the streets and on people's couches, and just a crazy life, one that I hope that my kids will never have. So anyways, one day I'm in that place, and it's got this fold out couch that comes down, from like the cabinet wall thing, and it connects to the living room, bedroom type of thing, connects to the kitchen, and there's one little off room, and that's where the bathroom is. So I'm trying to kick this stuff on my own, and I'm laying in bed, and it must have been, I don't know, maybe after 2 days or something like that. I'd been on a run for like a week. For those of you that don't know what a run is, it's when basically you start using and you don't stop until you sleep. And my longest ones I would do would be about a week. I'd be good for about 5 days. Well, not good for, but I could do about 5-6 days, before the true hallucinations and everything like that started coming on. Sometimes it would happen after 3, but this happened to be a long one. And I was getting pretty sick of myself. I'd been sick of myself for many years prior to this. I had gotten over a heroin addiction with 2 different stints, three different rehabs, 2 different methadone programs. One was a detox program, which I ended up leaving early anyways. And when I got off of the methadone program, I went to methamphetamine. It's kind of a crazy jump to that, because I never was really an upper person, but you could put it into a needle and you can inject it and your life would change. And for a while there, that change was great. And then it got ungreat. And that's basically what happened. It's the long and short of it. So I'm sitting there in that bed, and I could feel the springs in the bed, and they're just like poking into me. I can't get comfortable, And it was just awful. It was miserable. I was so miserable. I got to the point where when I would do this stuff, I really never had enough money, or I got ripped off, or the batch was wrong, or something always happened, or just my tolerance was too high and didn't have enough, didn't hit quite right, and I wasn't getting the pleasure no more, and my tolerance was pretty good, pretty high up there. And so I was damned if I did and damned if I didn't. If I didn't have it, I just wasn't going nowhere. I was an emotional wreck, had no energy, just reclusive, depressed, horribly depressed. Bones ached, body ached, If I had it, I was pissed off because I didn't have no more. I was looking out windows and stuff. I just, didn't want to be around my family. I didn't want to be around anybody, really. And it just got to that point where death was really, I don't want to see here I'd kill myself or nothing, but I kept on welcoming those thoughts, a lot for a long period of time, because I just didn't know how to end, what I was doing. I just didn't know how to do it. I tried, I don't know, I think 6 different rehab centers, inpatient, outpatient, detox, therapy, talk, all of it. And that last, anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm laying in that bed and I'm like, I am the most loneliest bastard on earth. Like, I don't think I can get any lonelier. I just remember thinking that, like, I know there's other people and, my family loves me as much as they possibly can. But I felt so empty inside. The only thing I would feel is hurt. There's a lot of hurt. A lot of hurt and a lot of empty, lonely feelings, cold feelings, And it wasn't too long after that I got cleaned up. I went to a Christian rehab, a 12-step Christian rehab place that was kind of run by a militant gentleman. His name was Dudley Thomas. Man, it saved my life. And any other time somebody would have talked to me like that, I'd have just went the other way, when I had nothing to do with him. But at that point, like, all the stars aligned, and he just said the perfect things to me that caught my attention, and he saved my life. I wouldn't take that approach. I'm a counselor today, I wouldn't take that approach with people, but he knew what to do with me, and I was willing and ready. I was sick. I was done, So I go from that to this, Today, like, I was sitting here thinking, like, there's nobody jumping on me. There's nobody crying. There's nobody hugging me. There's no one laughing. There's no one crying. The dogs aren't, dogs are running around, but they're not being chased by the kids or kicked or whatever, they have it. When I go to the bathroom, I can't even, I have to lock the door. Same with my wife, because if not, the kids just barge right in, like, oh, you're taking a crap. Oh, sorry. Can I get that? Can you hand me that toothbrush? It's like, so we have to lock the doors and everything like that, and they'll be there. What are you doing in there? I am building an airplane. What do you think I'm doing? Leave me alone. And then you got the dog's paws underneath the door scratching. William hit me. Olivia wants to stay out of my room. Well, I'm here to tell you that, you can complain about that, or I could complain about that, but, that's a blessing in disguise, and, I really, 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 truly am blessed, So for all you out there that, know what I'm talking about, my hat's off to you. For those that you don't and will one day, have fun. My dad has become the smartest and the greatest person on earth. When my first child was born, I just thought, oh my Lord, like, all the things that I ever said or did or anything like that, I just felt so bad, because my dad didn't have it all figured out, and I thought he did. I thought, if you're a parent, you have to have it all figured out. No. They're just kids that grew up and had to try to make decisions best they could for the kids that they're taking care of. And it's kind of like me, I got sober, and a year and a half later, I have a child. And then 9 months after that, I've got a child on my own. 2 months before that, I was shooting dope. God's got a sense of humor. And if you don't think that he does, stick around for a while. see that he does. So I just wanted to share that little story with you. You know, I'm blessed. I am blessed. And if you really take a good look at it, you are too. I love my kids. I love my wife. And they might frustrate the crap out of me sometimes, but it's well worth it. It's well worth it. So, happy Father's Day, guys. And girls. Depending on what you do believe. Talk to you later. Bill Viet. Bye.